Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So I'm gonna just do a quick reading, pull some cards, kind of having this like pulling an urge from spirit to do a reading. So I'm guessing people need some messages. There was a shift that started a little bit over a week ago where we're clearing a lot of solar plexus chakra. So you might be having the physical symptoms a bit, but your solar plexus, like your stomach area and stuff. So a lot of your digestive and things like that. But there's a lot of like courage, empowerment, energy going on, self-esteem, self-confidence. They connect to like your upper chakras too, because they connect to how you feel about yourself, how you're communicating, how you're relating to others, kind of some of it with your intuition, some of it with your kind of knowing and how your thoughts are and stuff like that. It really connects to all of them too, because it's also the power to stand up for yourself and to feel safe doing it. So it's kind of all of it, but I feel like the main focus really is the solar plexus chakra and really like kind of empowering ourselves in a true way. And if you've been in this kind of cycle that I'm talking about, you know that there's been different levels of empowerment. There's different levels of like stepping up with this. So where it used to be difficult for you to do certain things, they're easier for you now. And then there's like another like leveling up with it. So that's some of what's going on, but I don't really want to talk too much. I'm just going to pull some cards. Like I said, they kind of guided me to do a reading. So let's say, is it? We got behind a mask on the bottom. So they're saying a lot of illusions are being lifted right now. You're starting to kind of see the truth and seeing things clearly related to yourself and to other people. Kind of like how your inner world's been reflecting outward as far as like your relationships and just different things that are going on in your life, like how you feel about yourself, how you receive, how you give, things like that. A lot of that's being reflected, but also some deeper areas within, I feel like I said it like in the New York way, areas within yourself. You're starting to see them, and Spirit's saying like you're going to be seeing them more over the next few weeks. Like you're going to be seeing areas within yourself that you've kind of hidden, you've kind of pushed away, you kind of repressed. Maybe people said things to you or made you feel like you can't be a certain way or talk a certain way or look a certain way or think a certain way. And it just feels like a lot of like heaviness and a lot of conditionings and stuff like that. So you're going to start seeing through some of that stuff that you maybe haven't seen before, or it's not really like in your conscious mind where you're like, okay, I need to shift this. I smiled when the deserving card came out because a lot of people are in this energy, deserving, family, friends, and colleagues, excuse me. So a lot of this has been coming up with what is it that I deserve and where's my worth and what am I willing to tolerate and what am I not willing to tolerate. And I've noticed this pattern for myself and other people is the more that we're kind of leveling up with that confidence and we're seeing things clearly, the more we're realizing like where we're putting our energy and our efforts into, they're saying the word leaks, like as in like leaky holes, like we're never fit, like nothing's being filled. We're giving and giving and giving, and there's no reciprocity. We're not receiving. There's no kind of exchange of energy. It's almost just like you're putting this energy of love and whatever out into the abyss because it's not being received by anybody. There's no acceptance by anybody and stuff like that. And so a lot of us are giving that back to ourselves. We're learning how to give that love back to ourselves, give back to ourselves and what we deserve. And we're kind of getting a lot of reflection. They're saying like that internal reflection on our relationships with ourselves and other people, and where, you know, we're not necessarily making the best choices for ourselves still. It's kind of the leveling up system I said, where we're still allowing people in our lives that aren't treating us right, or we're still allowing certain behaviors, and we're kind of seeing these deeper things, and we're being asked to kind of level up. We're being asked to not go so much into our emotions and our trauma, but more go into like, what is it that we know? What is it that we have awareness to, and making decisions based on that. And, you know, it's not always easy to do that. Like when you're wanting something from somebody and you're not, whether it's, you know, romantic relationship, friendship, a family member, whatever, like when you're wanting something from somebody and they're not giving it to you, whether they're able to or not able to, whether willing or not willing to, you have to look at your own choices and say, like, what can I do for me? Like, I've expressed myself to this person. You know, you can't control people, you can't change or fix people. So what can I do for me, and how can I take care of myself, and doing what's best for you in those moments, making sure that you're looking out for yourself and you're taking care of yourself, because you cannot expect other people to change or be willing to see something that they're unwilling to see. A lot of times it's because they're unable and unwilling to see it within themselves, and the shadow card was just sticking out. But it's not even just about that. It's, you know, one of the things I realized for myself is like, I can be understanding and understand that what you're saying and doing isn't personal, but I also am no longer willing to keep accepting less than I deserve. So, you know, I handle it different based on what I need to handle, however I need to handle it. But yeah. Like, I don't know, what they're saying is stop putting energy into sinking ships. That's what Spirit just said. Oh, look at that. We got the solar plexus chakra. Shocker. Okay. We got sacrifice and disruption with authority on the bottom. I wasn't sure if they wanted me to take this. This is a lot of you guys trying to control stuff. That's not what the card typically means, but that's the energy I'm getting. Like, a lot of you guys are trying to control stuff. It's like this kind of false sense of safety. If I can control things, or I can make things be my way, then like they're going to, like, I'm going to be able to be safe. But all you're doing is actually keeping what you want from you. Like, every time you're putting your walls up and your guard up, like, all you're doing is actually like bouncing what you want away from you. So people don't realize, like, let me, the mental conflict card just kind of fell out too. Okay, they want me to take that. So if you're wanting closeness with people, but then when people are being close to you, you're like putting walls up because you're scared or whatever it is, your behaviors are going to reflect that, and you're going to be pushing people away. And you're saying you want closeness, but you're not actually allowing closeness. You're not sitting in the discomfort when somebody is trying to be close. You're not accepting it. You're maybe making excuses or looking for other stuff, and you're not actually allowing it. So when you're doing that, like, you're energetically pushing people away, but then you're getting mad that people are being pushed away. But like, are you also, is your behavior reflecting what you actually want? You know, because a lot of times people will say like, oh, I want somebody to like love me and hear me, but are you loving and hearing other people? Are you loving and hearing yourself? And if you're not, then like, how do you expect that to come to you either way? You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different for everybody. Take it, you know, the way you need to for you, because it's going to be a little bit different than what I said for everybody. With this mental conflict, it definitely feels like this kind of ego, kind of soul energy, kind of dissonance. Like, it's like this, it's like, I want this and I feel this and my soul kind of wants this, and, you know, my heart kind of wants this, but like your mind is sitting here and is like, no. And there's a reason why this is going on, because something is not balanced with this situation. There's something that's hidden you haven't seen. There's some type of lesson you're in. Some of you, it's almost like you're being forced to sit in it. No matter how much you try to pull away from it, you can't. You're being forced to sit in it because it's actually helping you clear a lot of past stuff, and it's helping you see deeper things like below the surface. And you're needing this situation or this specific energy, this specific person or whatever, to help pull you out of it, to help you see. So if you look at the situation you're in where you're feeling very stuck, whatever it is, it could be a relationship, it could be an addiction, it could be a job, it could be, you know, family shit, it could be more than one thing. If you actually sit and think about it over the last few weeks to few months, for a few years, however long you've been in this, right? And it might just be multiple cycles that you're in where you heal something and then something else comes up, right? If you actually look at where you were when you started, how different are you now? Like, how much more are you seeing? How much more of your needs are you seeing? How much more of your value and worth are you seeing? How much, like, do you see your behaviors changing, your perceptions changing and stuff like that because of the cycle that you've been in, where you're kind of being forced to sit and see it and actually work on it so you can fully release it? It's like squeezing all the juice out. Like, you want to fully let go of it and fully release it, so when the next step comes, we're not holding on to the old shit. We're like gone. That's like neutral as fuck. And that's what it is. So a lot of you guys are in that conflict because some of you maybe can see the potential or see the future, or see whatever it is, but then you're seeing the physical reality the way it is, also while you're feeling all the past pain that's still sitting there. That star card Astro Oracle is like screaming at me. I'm going to pull from there and then, yeah. Okay, with this disruption card and sacrifice, so immediately got actually the masculine and feminine energy. So with the divine masculine energy, this disruption, it feels like they're feeling pulled in multiple directions. Like they can't really make a decision. It's like they know what they want, but they're feeling like so compelled and pulled back to the past for some reason. It's almost like this fear of failure or this fear of something not working out. And it's almost like they're too scared to like step forward, but it feels like they know they're letting themselves and other people down because they're not making the choices they know they need to make, and they're not out of fear. With the feminine, and you could be a female or a male, and both of these might resonate with you or like with some you're in a relationship with or whatever, but the specific, the divine feminine energy. For this card, Spirit's kind of just saying like, let go, like feel what you're feeling and like let the rest go. Like let spirit handle shit. Stop holding on to shit so tight. Stop making things so difficult. Like, especially for some of the feminines, you guys have visions of the future, or you can kind of intuitively feel things. And this is kind of where that like disruption energy comes in, because you can feel and see something like for the future or the potential of it or whatever it is, but then in the physical reality, it's not that way. And so you're kind of holding on to the part that you enjoy. Let go of it and work through the process. Like you don't know the next steps in front of you. You don't know how things are going to turn out. Like you might have the final end result that's going to happen, but you have that so it can push you along the path the way you need to, and for you to release the energies and stuff you need to. So if you're in a little bit of conflict where you're feeling like you're trying to control stuff, or you're feeling just like this like pressure kind of constricting energy, free yourself. Free yourself, even if it looks like temporarily walking away from a person or a situation you need to, or changing your perception on something, or changing like your decision making or something like that. And I get a lot of decision making more so for the feminine, of letting go of how you used to do things and start doing them different and changing the way you make decisions, something like that. So try your hardest to let that go. We got 353, so we're getting a lot of reflecting numbers too. We got recognition and reward, financial and material changes with solar plexus chakra. So a lot of people with this energy, it definitely feels like a lot of you guys are wanting big changes in your life. Like you're wanting like career changes, you're wanting changes where you're doing things that you're passionate about. A lot of you guys have been sitting in energy relationship wise and career wise where you're seeing what you don't want. You're seeing all the things you don't want, and you're getting clarity on what you do want. And as you're doing that, you're kind of leveling up, you're working through, and you're making progress even if you don't see it. And that's actually bringing you to this like brighter energy where you're going to have what you want. And like you're subconsciously releasing all this extra shit that's like holding you back and stuff. But it's helping you grow more confident in yourself, because the more things that keep coming up, the more it's showing you your truth of what you really actually want. Where you take conditioning, you take fears, you take, you know, the bullshit thoughts and stuff that you used to listen to, and you take all of that and you push it away because it's not helpful, and you change your perception. And as you're doing that, you become more confident in yourself. As you're taking baby steps forward, hopefully you're stopping and reflecting and seeing the choices that you're making and appreciating them, and seeing how things that you used to be scared to do, or things you used to be scared to say, you're actually doing it. And Spirit's saying like, these are baby steps to show you you're safe. You're safe to stand in your power. You're safe to shine your fucking light. You're safe to feel good about yourself. You're safe to feel confident. You're safe to choose things that you want for you. And they're saying, stop listening to family, stop listening to friends, stop listening to outside people, stop listening to shit on like the radio or a podcast or, you know, social media. Like, fuck what everybody else says. What is it you want for you? And, you know, a lot of times we get suckered into these things where it's like, oh, this is what's good for us. This is what's not good for us. And, you know, and what you don't realize is your subconscious will store that. And anything that relates to it will kind of pop that up. So it's important to kind of be aware of our thoughts, but still make the best decision for us, even if it goes against what we've been told is right or what we've been told is normal. Everybody has their own path, and black and white way of thinking is not helpful or beneficial. Like, it should be this way. We should do things this way. This one should be this. And, you know, everybody's path is different. Everybody has like certain lessons to learn. Everybody has certain things that they have to go through. And things that we don't always understand until we look back and we go, holy shit, did I change because of that? Did I learn because of that? Did this help me grow, you know? And so it's like, just try like not to like listen to other people, because I keep getting this, like a lot of people are listening to like family and friends on what to do in certain situations. They're not going within and seeing what is their intuition saying, what is their, you know, you can use a balance of intuition in your logical mind, because certain things don't always, you know, balance each other. Like they're not always balanced, and you kind of see, you know, I can intuitively feel this way, but outwardly, is this being reflected to me, or what are my needs or wants or whatever? And if you can intuitively feel something, but you're not outwardly seeing it, that's okay. Do what you know is best for you in the moment, because only you know what's best. And I'm just going to say this, you know, like as a person, like obviously I'm intuitive. As a person who's intuitive, I stopped trying to ask people for advice, because I seem to get really, I didn't pull from there. I seem to get really frustrated with people when they give me kind of advice without thinking about it. Like they just don't think before they say things to you. And this is a lot of people. They don't sit and reflect before they respond. They just respond. And so like the advice that they're giving is not really helpful. You know, if spirit's giving you advice, or your intuition's giving you advice, or somebody's that's like one thing, but most people aren't doing that. And so they're giving you their own experiences. They're giving you their own traumas, their own belief systems. And your life is different than them. Your experiences and all that stuff is totally different. So why are you listening to their advice? Why are you not going within yourself and asking the questions? And if you don't have clarity, or you don't know what to do, then sit and wait. Then sit and wait until you know what to do. Like we don't have to always make like huge, like rash decisions like right away. We can take space and take time to figure out what we want to do. Like everything's not like a fucking race. Like are we taking all this? We don't have to do like all these extra things that we think we need to. So damn, these cards are flying the fuck out. Okay, and this one I know definitely wants to come out, because it's like, yeah. We got Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in a job or promotion. For some of you, it definitely feels like you're still holding on to this potential future thing that you want. Be in the present moment. Acknowledge and recognize, this is what I want, and this is what I'm working toward. And I don't know why I don't have it yet, or whatever. But if I don't have it right now, I'm not meant to have it right now. There's something else I'm needing to heal. There's something else I'm needing to work on. There's something that needs to take place outwardly in order for this to be good and stable. So, there's nothing wrong with thinking about it and enjoying it, but like the future and, you know, what's going to potentially happen, but also like acknowledge that if you don't have it right now, that's okay. You're just not ready for it. You will have it as soon as you're ready for it. And it's not like you're not doing anything right. You're not moving fast enough. You're exactly where the fuck you're supposed to be. It just means that there's something else you need to clear or heal. Or sometimes, you know, these situations affect other people, or other people are involved. So sometimes they're needing to do stuff. There's certain things that need to change outwardly, like income wise with other people, or other people's situations, so you can get what you want. So there's a lot of things that go into it. We got Page of Michael, 6 of Michael, 4 of Michael. Definitely some of you guys might be feeling a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, a lot of repressed emotions, a lot of heaviness. If you notice, like the first two cards, they're storms. And then there's the meditative card. But it just feels like seeing something clearly, like seeing the truth clearly. And as soon as you get this full clarity, like this is going to come to an end. Whatever this heaviness that you're in is going to come to an end. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I can't talk. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans for relocation or travel. It just feels like spirit's going to kind of give you some guidance or message, or something's going to kind of shift in your reality. You're going to get a very clear, honest truth about something, and it's going to help you end this cycle for good. It feels like a lot of you guys are like kind of toward the end of this now. And it might feel like it comes in for you and then it goes backwards again, but it's still teaching you something. There's still something that's going on. And if that's happening to you, that's happening to you for a reason. And it's maybe to release, you know, some type of grasp you have on something, or like where you're trying to make things in your head like that you're wanting it to be because it seems that way, but there's really no intuition or clarity. You're just assuming, like you're making a lot of assumptions, or, like there's something with you in disappointment and then you run away or give up, or you get, you know, afraid and then you just push it away, or whatever the fuck it is. Like there's a reason why it's doing that. With the Four of Michael, this just feels like this card, a lot of people are needing to rest. Like a lot of people are needing to go within, rest, and like if you're feeling heavy, you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling whatever, take some time for yourself. Go within and sit by yourself. Like it's okay to disappoint people. Like it's okay. You know, I've had to turn down like hanging out with people and doing stuff lately because there's certain things going on with me, or there's certain whatever that I just didn't want to talk about. And yeah. And honestly, like I enjoy being by myself, and like sometimes you just need to do that, and it's okay for other people, you know, be disappointed. We all get disappointed, and you know, it's usually like a lesson for us to like respect and honor ourselves and choose ourselves. And sometimes that also helps the other person to see and do the same too. But I feel like there's a lot of that type of going on, like canceled plans or certain things like that that's going on the last few days for people. And it's giving you one insight to yourself, and it's giving the other person an insight to something with them. Okay, we got Queen of Raphael, 9 of Ariel, and 2 of Gabriel. We got a mix of energy up in here. So we got 2 rainbows though. You love it? Look at that. The Queen of Raphael, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Okay, this is going to be for select people, so only take it if it resonates. It feels like there's some type of communication issues with you and somebody you love, and it feels like you have a lack of clarity with it, and it's like you've gotten, you know, spirit messages or psychic insights, visions, something around the third eye. Okay, you've gotten something, and there's a lot of doubts right now. It feels like it's being broken down. There's a lot of doubts. I'm seeing like a lot of sludge energy, like just heaviness, like clearing, almost like if you think of like a pipe and you want the water to be clear, but you have all this sludge in there, you have to clean the sludge out for everything to be clear. So there's something, it feels like with the third eye in connection to the heart, that's being cleared right now. And at first it might feel very complicated, or it might feel very heavy or very unclear, but like the waters will clear and you will see whatever it is you need to see. It definitely feels like some type of relationship and some type of like love energy, some type of, or it feels to me romantic, or some type of friendship with some type of love like that. It doesn't really feel family related at all, like a friend that you have feelings for, or somebody you want to be in a relationship with, or somebody you're in a relationship. It just feels like that. With the 9 of Ariel and 2 of Gabriel, your dreams are fulfilled, hard work leads to great success. Making bold and ambitious choices, great progress is possible, important relationships with people who share your vision. I mean, it's pretty like simple as this. It's like, yeah, there might be certain disruptions or certain heaviness or certain things that happen, but when it's 2 people with the same desire and the same result, you know, dealing with their shit and working together and being partners, and it's not either or, it's both of us. Like, and some people are in this lesson where they're needing to see that compromise is actually a good thing, where you cannot expect one person to do all. Like, the other person has to step up. So if you're the person who gives and gives and gives, you have to stop giving, and you have to let another person step up to meet you there. And if they're not willing to, or they don't want to, then you got your answer. But you have to stop putting everything in and hoping that they're going to receive it, or hoping they're going to step up. Like, if you're doing that and it's making you feel resentful, or it's making you feel drained, you need to have a conversation with yourself. And for the people who are like too scared to step up, or they think that compromise means like compromising parts of themselves, or means they're going to be taken for granted, or people are going to use them or abuse them, or not receive their, you know, stuff or appreciate it. What you don't realize is if you're in that part of that energy, you're actually probably doing that to the person who's trying to give to you. All the shit you're worried about happening, you're actually like, you're literally mirroring and doing that to the person that is giving it to you. And it also feels like this kind of hesitant, resistant energy, because there's some deeper belief there of like being used or being taken for granted and not loved for who you are. So, and they're showing me the authority card. It's like that, like the arms crossed, where you're just like pushing them away. It's like you're wanting love, but then you're actually keeping them at arm's length, and you have walls up and you're keeping a distance. So if this is your energy, it definitely relates to the Queen of Raphael card. It's like whenever you clear this situation out, if two people are meant to be together, if they're going to be together and both people are going to step up, one person's going to go, I need to sit and stay and allow this person to step up. And the person either steps up or doesn't. You got your answer either way. So it's like, you can't control them, you can't force anything. But for the people who are supposed to be together, or there's supposed to come in for you guys, it's like all the hard work you're doing, all the teammate stuff you're doing, all the work you're doing on yourself, and the shifts you're internally making, not the external bullshit, the internal shifts you're making, and the healing and the perceptions where your behaviors are matching and mirroring that. Like what you want is going to come for you. Like that happy ending is going to come for you. It doesn't have to be a love situation, but the energy I'm getting right now is very much a romantic love situation. So, if that message relates to you in a different way, then that's fine. Take it if it feels intuitive. But for most people, it definitely feels like this romantic energy. And it might be, with an earth sign because we have the huge earth there, but it also could just be this very grounded, like energy, this very healing, like loving energy and stuff. There was something else I was going to say and I honestly forgot. The energy shifted like a few minutes ago, so I'm like spacey as fuck right now. And like I got dizzy as fuck. We got like a really strong ass energy coming in right now. Like I don't even realize I'm talking. They're literally just channeling through me and I'm like not even talking. I always wonder if people can feel my energy shifts, like if outwardly it seems different, because I can feel it so strong. Like in the beginning, it was me talking, and then I think probably like 10 minutes ago, they started just talking for me, and like human Brittany's body's here, but spirit's just saying what they need to say. So like I'm there, but I'm like a witness to it. I don't know how to explain it. It's the fucking weirdest thing. All right, what else do you need us to know? Like I'm like in and out right now. I'm like half and half right now. I got some weird ass third eye shit going on. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to come out or what? I keep seeing this Aquarius collaborate card, but it's not coming out, so I'm not going to take it. No. This is the deck that was screaming at me too. Like that wanted to come out so bad. You guys have anything on a say or no? I'm ready to stop. I'm ready to be like, all right, if you don't want anything to come out, then I've never had this happen. Yeah. These two. We got, yeah or no? This felt so heavy. We got transits, climate. Okay. So kind of what they're showing me is almost like this rebirth, but it's almost like you're holding on to some type of communication, something that like you're wanting to hold on like so close to your heart. And it's like, it's almost like you're protecting it so much, like you're not wanting to say what it is. Like it definitely feels like some emotions or feelings or something like that. But they're showing me the 55, which is all about change. So if you're wanting things to change, then sometimes you need to take the initiative to make things change. Like you can't just expect change to fall in your lap. You can't expect everybody else to do the work for you. You have to do the work yourself, which means putting the work in means doing things are uncomfortable if you know it works for you and it's what you want and it's beneficial for you. Like you have to actually do it. You cannot like just expect things to be handed to you and just whatever. And like I think people misunderstand you have to do a lot of work and all this shit is we think that it means like we have to do all this stupid bullshit where we're taught like we got to meditate, we got to work out, we got to eat certain foods, we got to journal, we got to do all this bullshit. What's most important is going within and seeing what is it we need, what is it that we want, and how can we achieve this? Like what is that? And that means okay, like in this specific situation is we want to share our feelings with somebody, or there's some type of feelings, but we're scared to do it. Then how can we go within and make ourselves feel safe and comfortable to be able to actually express our feelings? What work do we need to do inside so our outward behaviors can match? And they're saying like a lot of people are wanting one thing internally, but their outward behaviors are not reflecting that. So you need to get like in alignment with stuff. And the other thing they're saying, which I actually had this conversation with somebody the other day, is about you need to be literal when you have like communication with people. Like when you're saying something and it's the opposite of how you feel, you cannot expect somebody to mind read you or read between the lines or try to analyze and interpret. If you're saying something to somebody and it's not what you mean, then that's your responsibility to fix that communication. Like you need to express things in a way that is your actual truth and not get mad at people or expect people to like mind read between the lines. Like even people like me who can actually feel people's energy, if you're not communicating it to me, it doesn't matter if my internal truth says one thing like about you. If you're communicating something to me, my mind is, I'm taking what you say fucking literal as shit, and I'm going to take it as whatever words you're saying is the place you're in. Doesn't matter what your internal energy feels like, because if externally you're presenting yourself in one way, that to me is like an indicator that's where you are. And even if it doesn't, resonate with what your internal energy feels like, it doesn't matter. It's the energy you're choosing to put out there. It's the energy you're choosing, with your behaviors and stuff like that. So for some of you, if you're not fully communicating your truth, or you're half-assing it, or you're kind of like being passive about it and just hoping that somebody's going to take a hint, or whatever, like this is spirit saying like you need to actually figure out how to feel safe and how to have those conversations. And if you're not, then that's okay, but go within and see, why am I not comfortable? What is the fear? What's going on? And start healing that stuff. And as you start healing that, take little baby steps. Even sometimes it's as simple as saying, like, there are things that I want to communicate to you, but I don't feel safe right now. And I don't want you to feel like whatever the fuck you're worried about. And I'm going to talk to you when I feel safe enough to talk to you, or whatever it is for you. And like opening yourself up little bit by little bit, like step by step, or like, I'm scared to have this conversation with you. Like, I feel unsafe and this is why. Like, can I talk to you? Or whatever it is you need for you. We got Venus Beloved and Mid-Heaven Pinnacle. So I love how the last few cards are very love energy. That's funny. They were saying flowers to me when I was shuffling the deck, but I was like, I don't know what y'all are talking about with the flowers. Oh, there's a bee there. They're saying the retrograde, and there's some type of ending or shifting with it, which I think the retrograde, can't talk. Mercury retrograde ended today or yesterday. Today's the 16th. So I think it ended yesterday or today. But the next few weeks, there's going to be shifts related to that. And for some of you, it's going to be like, oh shit, my bad. It's going to be what you wanted. Like whatever you've been working toward really hard is going to blossom. For some of you, it's kind of like metaphorical, like this blossoming within and you becoming the person you want to be and having that safety within yourself and that confidence and that empowerment within yourself, and or outward changes too, with passions, with careers, with friends, relationships, romantic, family, health, whatever it is for you, more than one thing. Or some of you, it definitely feels like traveling, which we did get the one card that said about traveling. Or some of you, it's it's almost like you're getting like something material. You've been asking for like a new car, or I don't feel like a house or anything like that, like a new car or like a bigger TV or something, sneakers, I don't know what the fuck it is, but those are the only things that just kind of popped in, like something like that, where you're getting something material you've been wanting or extra money you've been wanting or something like that. And for some of you, it definitely feels like multiple things that are coming in for you. So I hope that this helps, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day.